I have been waiting a very long time to make this video. Honestly, close to a decade is what I've been waiting for. This is about talking about the three pillars of my life that has completely changed the way I view life and how I enjoy it. It's health, wealth, and wisdom. These three things made me the young adult I have become today. From teenager to a young adult, the decision that transitioned everything was health, wealth, wisdom. Now, a lot of times we are young, we are teenagers, we've got so many things going on. Then suddenly we start reading books, right? We start consuming podcasts, we start going to the gym, we start figuring out money, and that's when our life changes. But a lot of people do it vaguely. They don't really understand what they're getting themselves into, and they want to do everything at once. But being able to put it into one system of health, wealth, and wisdom is how I changed my life. Let's understand this better. Let's break it down. Health has a lot of things within it. I'll probably make a separate video of how I deal with my health, but let's just understand it surface level wise. Health has your mind and your body. Within your mind, you've got meditation, practices that you can do to improve your mind, psychedelics. Under body, you've got, again, psychedelics, you've got physical activities like gym, you've got cardio, you've got different kinds of cardio, you've got the food you eat. Things keep breaking down. So even though it's structured, it's quite dense. Health has a lot of things. Then comes wealth. In wealth, you've got your bank account, you've got your resources, you've got the people around you, your network. Then you've got wisdom, your information, your intuition. Information can be built through consuming content. Intuition builds over time with a lot of practice. Each thing has different timelines and different ways to attack it. Health, wealth, wisdom together has completely changed the way I live my life. Everything I do since I turned into a young adult has been aligned towards this. The books I read, the people I meet, the work I do, everything is aligned towards health, wealth, and wisdom. Now, where did I get this idea from? Well, there's a book called Tools of Titan. It's written by Tim Ferriss. This book taught me the idea of health, wealth, and wisdom. It's categorized into health, wealth, wisdom, talking about all the people who are very successful in health, very successful in wealth, and very successful in wisdom. And Tim Ferriss goes around doing podcasts with them and asks them questions. What would you tell your younger self? What changed in your life? What do you give advice to other people viewing this content? And they've segregated into different categories in this book. I then put all of that together and built my life around this. The day I made that decision, I got in a lot more money. I was able to move out of my house. I was healthier than ever before. And I was happier than ever before. A few things I want to point out beyond health, wealth, and wisdom. I'm trying to keep this video short because I could just go on ranting about this for hours and hours. But three things I like to point out that is beyond health, wealth, wisdom, which I've pointed out in this book. First thing is travel the world. Just let go. That's the thing I've written here, like pointers, is that travel the world and just let go. I still haven't been able to do that. I'm quite busy with life, quite busy with work. I'm building my systems, but there will come a day where I'll travel the world and I'll let everything go. And I've written here as a reminder to my older self. Second thing is that everyone can make money and anyone can live off of a very little. What does that mean? It basically means, let's say I lose it all. Let's say I lose my house, I lose my money, I risk a lot, and I go homeless. I always have a tent. I have a sleeping bag. I can live off of very little. I don't need $1 million in my bank account. I don't even need a bank account. I could still survive for the next 10 years without any money, any resources. All I need is my tent, right? And even if I don't have my tent, I'll figure it out. The whole point is you can live off of very little, right? So take that as an idea and take as many risks as possible and grow your life. This has carried me very long. Everyone can make money and anyone can live off of very little. The third thing is that worst case scenario is usually not that bad and it can be improved. And this again has carried me very long in life. Your worst case scenario, a lot of people think your worst case scenario is very bad. Like, what if I drop out of college? My worst case scenario. What really is your worst case scenario? It's not really that big deal. It can be improved. Your worst case scenario can be improved and it's not that bad as you think. So take it with this grain of salt and take as many risks as possible. A lot of risks that I've taken in my life, dropping out of college. I did not drop out of college, but I did not take the degree in my college. I got fired from a lot of companies. I left a lot of companies. I moved out of my house at a very young age. I've been living on my own for so many years now. All of these things where I was able to do it simply because I had the idea in my mind that my worst case scenario is not that bad and it can always be improved. Cheers.